Hello there guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to another video. I hope you guys are doing well today. Um Today is Friday, so you know what that means. It is time for the Premier League predictions on game week 25. Now, there's two games that are being postponed because of the Carabao Cup final. So I'm going to be telling you guys what that is in just a minute. But before we get started, I have some quick news for the one of 16. So which they've done the draw earlier on today about 3 hours ago while I'm recording this right now. So I'm going to be telling you guys who teams will be facing each other. So Juventus have got Freiburg. Sevilla have got Fenerbahce, which I've never heard of that. Fenerbahce, a team that I've never heard, who'll be facing Leverkusen. Real Sociedad have got Roma. Man United have got Real Betis, and Arsenal have got Sporting Lisbon. So it looks like both Arsenal and Man United will be happy for those ones. And if these two can go all the way to the final, just imagine if it was Arsenal and Man United, a European final. And I'm not sure if these two have ever faced each other in a European final before, because it used to be Man United Chelsea, Arsenal Chelsea, Liverpool Chelsea, and all that stuff. But these two have been facing each other in European finals. So there you go. There you go. So I'm looking forward to that. The only way that these two could be in the final is that if they don't face each other in the quarterfinal and in the semi-final. That's the only way I'm hoping that these two could be facing each other in European final, because it's supposed to happen 2 years ago, but Arsenal bonded against Villarreal. So hopefully this time, Arsenal no point in the semi-final. Man United could go all the way to the final and these two face each other in the European final, which I'm definitely looking forward to. I'm looking forward to that one. So yeah, so those are the European one of 16 in the Europa League. So I'm looking forward to that one. Maybe I might do the live watch along for maybe both Arsenal and Man United, since the rest of them I don't know the teams that much. So I only do the English teams. Arsenal, Sporting Lisbon, and Man United will Betis. Those are the only two games I'll be doing a live watch along for the round of 16. So make sure you guys check that out. Alright, so let's go over my predictions for Game Week 25 before I predict the Carabao Cup final. But before we get started, if you guys haven't already, make sure you click the like button if you enjoyed this video, smash the subscribe button if you're new, click the bell notification so you never miss any of my YouTube content, and make sure you click the share button so that you guys can give your predictions for this weekend's Premier League Game Week 25 and also the Carabao Cup final too. Make sure you guys do that. So without further ado, let's quickly go over my predictions for this weekend's Game Week 25. Alright, so the first game was supposed to be Newcastle United against Brighton, but because Newcastle United are in the Carabao Cup final, that game has been postponed. So, in case, it is going to be the Fulham versus Wolves game at Craven Cottage later on today at 8 p.m. kickoff. So, Fulham, right now are still unbeaten in the last 5 games, I think, something like that. And if you look at the table here, Fulham are in the top six. Sorry, let me just. If you have to look at the table, hold on. If you have to look at the table, Fulham are now 3 points behind Newcastle in the top six and 4 points behind Manchester United. So, if Fulham can win their game, that means they'll go above Newcastle because of the goal difference, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, this game is very interesting. And going to Craven Cottage ain't that easy. So, I think I think did Wolves win their last game? I can't remember. What was Wolves' last game actually? Sorry guys, I just wanna quickly just you know when what did Wolves win their last game? Let me just have a quick look. I don't think they did. Yeah, Wolves didn't win their last game. It was Bournemouth that beat them. So yeah, that's very interesting. Very interesting. So for that game later on today, I have to go for a Fulham win of probably 2-0 to Fulham, because I think they're the much better team. They're playing brilliant football, and for them to really be in the top six, honestly, that would be very surprising, because not neither me or the rest of the fans would ever predict Fulham to be in the top six. But the reason why they do that is because both Liverpool and Chelsea are struggling. That's why you can see why Fulham are above them. So there you go. So I think Fulham will win later on today. So I'm going to go for a Fulham win of 2-0. I think Mitrovic will score maybe 2 goals for Fulham. That's going to be the player who will score for Fulham. So I'm going to go for 2-0 to Fulham in that game. All right. There's no 12:30 p.m. kickoff, so we're going to go straight to the 3 p.m. kickoff, and it's going to be the first game between Everton and Aston Villa. Aston Villa so far haven't been looking that great. They lost against City and they lost against Leicester City, and they've also lost against Arsenal. And in those games, they have just conceded 11 goals, and they've only scored, let's see, two. They've only just scored 5 goals. So as Villa on the Una Emery starting to be a bit down. Whereas for Everton, that huge win against Leeds United means they are out of the relegation zone. If I'm not mistaken, yes, they're out of the relegation zone. So since West Ham lost against Tottenham, that means that Everton are out of the relegation zone. And if Everton really want to stay in the Premier League, they need to make sure they beat Aston Villa. And since Sean Dyche have got a good record at Goodison Park so far. 2 wins in 2 games, win against Arsenal and a win against Leeds United. I think they'll win again. I think this game is. I don't think they will score, let's say, more than they will do like Arsenal did when they score 4 plus and all that stuff. So I feel like this is going to be another 1-0 win, because they had that 1-0 win against Arsenal, they had that 1-0 win against Leeds, and I feel like they will do this again against Aston Villa. So I'm going to go for a 1-0 Everton win. I feel like maybe Demarai Gray will score for Everton. Those are the only goal scorers for Everton. So I'm going to go for a 1-0 Everton win. It's going to be a tight game. It ain't going to be that easy. But I feel Everton, if they can keep this up, they'll definitely stay for the Premier next season because Sean Dyche is here. I tell you, Everton will be in serious trouble. But they brought Sean Dyche in because he knows how to save Burnley in situations like this. So if he could do it for Burnley, I know he could do it for Everton. So I'm going to go for a 1-0 Everton win against Aston Villa for that game tomorrow at 3 p.m. Right, this one is interesting. Leeds United against Southampton. Now, of course, Leeds United have got their manager, which is let me just have a quick look. Sorry, guys, I know I should not be on my phone, but I have to. Who is that manager right now? Yeah, Xavi Gracia. That's it. So Xavi Gracia is going to be the new Leeds United manager. Whereas for Southampton, they've already made Ruben Selles their permanent manager. So this is the battle of the new manager now. Southampton got a new manager. Leeds United got a new manager. So yeah. So this game is going to be very interesting. I don't know what to say, but I feel like this game is going to be like. I feel like Leeds United will get that win because they got a new manager, it's at home, and when you have the new manager bounce, you know what happens. Look what Southampton did against Chelsea. There's no new manager, but they beat us. So, yeah, so this game, I don't think it's going to be a high scoring game. So I don't think both teams will keep a clean sheet. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Leeds United win. I feel like they will get that win because Leeds United under their interim manager haven't been looking that great. They've lost their last game, they've lost against Man United and they drew against Man United. So let's see what Xavi Gracia does because if you have a look at Leeds United, their league position is in 19th. So they really need to win that game in order for them to go out of the relegation zone. And I think they'll do that. So if they don't win against Southampton, then Leeds are in serious trouble. So I feel like they will do it. It won't be a high scoring game. It won't be like a 3-2 or something like that. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win against Leeds United. I think James will also score for Southampton, and maybe Patrick Bamford and Summerfield will score for Leeds United. So those are going to be my goal scorers for that game tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. at Ellen Road. So it's going to be 2-1 to Leeds United. All right, we move on into Leicester City against Arsenal. Now, of course, Leicester City's last 4 games have been win against Aston Villa and win against Tottenham, but they've lost against Man United and and something like that. Who if who else did they lose to? No, actually, yeah, something like that. It's only two wins and two losses. So, yeah, this game is at the King Power Stadium now. Also, Arsenal were got that huge win against Aston Villa because if they didn't win, and maybe Man City did, Man City will go above them by 3 points. But the fact that Man City bowled it and Arsenal won just shows you that Arsenal are back. So there you go. Leicester City was very disappointed not to at least try and shock Man United because in the first half they were really good, but once you don't put your chances away, the opposition will punish you. So if Leicester City had dominate Arsenal, put in much better performances, but confident about the net, I feel like Arsenal would just punish them. So yeah, of course, Arsenal are looking to do the double over Leicester, which they've done last season. So for that game tomorrow, I'm going to go for a 3-0 Arsenal win. I feel like Arsenal will just dominate Leicester City. They will just punish them when it comes to chances and not put them in that back of the net. And I feel like Bukayo Saka will score for Arsenal. Let's see, maybe Leandro Trossard and probably Thomas Partey. Those are the three goal scorers for that game tomorrow afternoon. So I'm going to go for a 3-0 Arsenal win on that one. That's going to be my prediction on that one. All right, so I can't. So the Newcastle versus Brighton game, I cannot predict that one because the Carabao Cup final. So I'm going to leave that one alone. So next thing I'm going to predict is West Ham United against Nottingham Forest. Now West Ham United are in serious trouble because that loss against Tottenham puts them in a relegation zone. They're in 18th place. So West Ham United seriously need to get that win. But you know, but the good news is it's at the London Stadium, and even though Nottingham Forest got that draw against Man City will be very disappointed not to win that game because they had very decent chances, the likes of Erling Haaland, Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Riyad Mahrez, and all that stuff. So I feel like going to the London Stadium ain't that easy for Nottingham Forest. So I feel like West Ham will bounce back. They will definitely get that win. I'm going to go for a 2-0 West Ham United win. I feel like Jalbone will score and maybe and Mikel Antonio if they play him as a striker. If West Ham don't win this game, that looks like to me that David Moyes could be sacked for West Ham United. So he seriously needs to get this win in order for West Ham United to go out of the relegation zone. So you can see the battle of the title, the battle of the top European places, and even the battle of the relegation. That's why the Premier League is the best league in the world because of some excitement, some shocks, and all that stuff. So yeah, if West Ham don't win, they're in serious trouble. But I think they'll bounce back. So I'm gonna go for a 2-0 West Ham United win on that one. All right, we move on into Bournemouth against Manchester City. Now, this game, I can see this being a draw, because Bournemouth won their last game, but Man City drew their last game. So City are under some serious pressure right now. If Arsenal win against Leicester City and Man City still drop points, then you can probably say that Arsenal are definitely the team that can definitely win the title. Well, of course, we're in February, but listen, the season is getting close, really close to an end. It's about 2 months to go. I'm sorry, about 3 months to go until the season ends. So Man City, if they want don't to be under pressure, they need to make sure that Arsenal don't win against Leicester City and they beat Bournemouth. But Man City, they bottled against RB Leipzig because in the first half it should have been more than 1-0. But in the second half, RB Leipzig were the much better side, and this game deserved to be a draw. But Man City got won because Christopher Nkunku was so lucky not to be sent off. Because to me, that was definitely a yellow card. The ball hits this hand, and the VAR or the referee didn't give it. So Man City were very lucky. So yeah, but Man City, they need to win this game. But I can see this being a draw, but I don't know what to predict because it's at home and Bournemouth normally play well at home. So, I'm going to go for a draw. I'm going to go for 1-1. I think City will bottle this one yet again. I feel like maybe Donaldson like will go for Man City and for Bournemouth and maybe Man City. maybe Kevin De Bruyne will score. So I'm just going to go for a draw. Listen, as a rival fan, I hope they prove me wrong. But listen, a draw against Nottingham Forest ain't good enough, and a draw against RB Leipzig ain't good enough. So I feel like they will do this again. I feel like they will get a draw against Bournemouth tomorrow. So yeah, that game will be on Sky Sports, and that game will be kicking off at 5:30. Um, at the Vitality Stadium, so I'm gonna go for a draw. I'm sorry, City fans, but you you haven't proved to me why I cannot predict you to win that game tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go for a draw on that one, 1-1. All right, the next one is we move on into Selhurst Park in London, a game that's also going to be kicking off at Sky Sports, and it's going to be the first or the second time that that game kicks off at 7:45. So that game is going to be Crystal Palace against Liverpool. I think Crystal Palace. What did they? What's what Crystal Palace? What was their last game? Let me just have a quick look. Crystal Palace draw against Brentford, and yeah, Crystal Palace could have easily beaten Brentford if they would have put those chances away, but they bottled that. Whereas for Liverpool, they're back in the top four race, because if you look at the table here, Liverpool are now 6 points. Yeah, just 6 points behind Liverpool. So if Liverpool can win that game and making sure that Brighton, Fulham, and Tottenham don't win, then they'll be 3 points behind them. So to me, Liverpool need to seriously win this game because if they lose or draw, then the top four is over. You know, you know, I feel like Liverpool need to bounce back because after that humiliating defeat against Real Madrid, and this is the first time they've ever um, you know, that team scored five past them because Liverpool don't usually concede much, that much in the Champions League. But this is the first time that this happened, and guess who it is? Real Madrid. Liverpool only have one win against Real Madrid in the Champions League, so there you go. So Liverpool, they need to bounce back because if they don't win this game, then I feel like the top four is done for them. It's complete done. So I feel like Liverpool will bounce back. I'm gonna go for a 2-0 Liverpool win. I feel like Danny Lewis will score and maybe Gordon Kappa will score for them. So yeah, I'm gonna go for a 2-0 Liverpool win. So yeah, when I mean Arsenal went there, they got that win. Chelsea went there, beat them. Of course, Tottenham went there, beat them. Man United got a draw. Man City are looking to still go to that place. So yeah, so I feel like to me, Liverpool will get that 2-0 win. It's going to be 2-0 to them. So yeah, if they don't win, then they're in serious trouble. Really are in serious trouble. All right, we move on into the last fixture of the game week 25. Of course, it ain't Man United Brentford. It's going to be Tottenham Hotspur versus Chelsea at White Hart Lane. This is the game of the weekend, because this is the best rivalry. Of course, this ain't at Stamford Bridge because many people are looking forward to the Stamford Bridge because, the Battle of the Bridge, what happened between Jose Mourinho and Antonio Conte. And the same thing for Thomas Tuchel versus Antonio Conte. So yeah, so many people are looking forward to that game. To be honest with you, just like I wasn't confident in the game against Southampton, I ain't even confident in the game against Tottenham. So I'm not going to talk about this too much because I'm going to save that. I'm going to talk about much of this when I'm doing a match preview tomorrow. So make sure you guys check that out. So for that game, I'm going to go for a 1-0 Tottenham win. I don't see us scoring and I don't see us winning. And I feel like Harry Kane will be the goal scorer for Tottenham Hotspur. So yeah, even though Chelsea have got a really good record against Tottenham at White Hart Lane, to me they'll finally beat Chelsea. They've got a draw against Chelsea earlier on in the season, 2-2 at Stamford Bridge, where I feel like to me we should have won if Anthony Taylor wasn't the referee and the VAR too. But I feel like to me, they'll definitely beat Chelsea. I want to be confident since we got a really good record against White Hart Lane. But if I go for a Chelsea win and Tottenham end up winning, then I look like something like a fool. So to me, since I really wanted to support this team, I just simply cannot. That defeat against Southampton was absolutely disgraceful. There is no reason why we should lose against a team that is managerless and bottom of the league. But listen, I predicted Southampton win, and I only got a point because I went for 2-1. This one, I'm definitely going to get the 3 points. Just watch. It's going to be 1-0 Tottenham. We ain't winning and we ain't scoring. It's as simple as that. So that game, I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to it. So there you go. All right, guys. So that is my predictions for Game Week 25. Let me go through them one more time. So Fulham again. So the first game later on today, I've gone for a Fulham win of 2-0 against Wolves. Then the Saturday's games, I've gone for an Everton 1-0 win against Aston Villa. Then I've gone for a slight 2-1 Leeds United win against Southampton. Then I've gone for a 3-0 Arsenal win against Leicester City. Then I've gone for a 2-0 West Ham United win against Nottingham Forest. Then the next one I've gone for a draw between Manchester City and Bournemouth. Then the next one I've gone for a Liverpool win of 2-0 against Crystal Palace. And last and not least, I've gone for the game of the weekend, Tottenham Hotspur versus Chelsea. And I've gone for 1-0 Tottenham win. All right, guys. So those are my Premier predictions. Now let me just quickly move on into my Carabao Cup predictions. So for this game, Man United are on form. Newcastle, their unbeaten one came to an end because Liverpool beat them. And guess what? Nick Pope is, I'm not sure if he's going to be available for the Carabao Cup final, and the same thing goes for the rest of the Newcastle players. So unfortunately for Newcastle, I have to go for a Man United win of 2-0 because they're on good form. You know, they just beat Barcelona 2-1 yesterday. They're still in the FA Cup fifth round. They're in the title race. So unfortunately for Newcastle, I have to go for Man United to win because if people ask me who do you think is going to win, that for me it's got to be Manchester United. But if people ask me who do you want to win, then as a rival fan, I'll definitely want Newcastle because this is the first time since 1999 when I've been in the major final, and the last time they've ever won a trophy. So if you want me to be honest, this will mean so much to Newcastle winning it than Man United winning it because we've seen that Man United have already won everything, but the last time they won a major trophy was in 2017 under Jose Mourinho in the Europa League final when they beat Ajax 3-1. So if Man United win it, then they're back to, and then their trophy cabinet will be back to Old Trafford. Um, since it has already since the last time they put that was 2017. But if Newcastle win it, then this will be unbelievable for them. So I want to say good luck to both Man United, but more especially to Newcastle United. I've just seen a video where Newcastle fans, the presenters, even Ali Shearer were saying good luck to them. So good luck to both teams, especially for Newcastle United. I'll be definitely doing a live watch along for that one, the Carabao Cup final between Man United and Newcastle United. So make sure you guys check that out. But before then, I'll be doing a live watch along and match reaction to Chelsea versus Tottenham versus Chelsea. So make sure you guys check that out. So yeah, there you go. And then on Saturday, I'll be doing a match, which is tomorrow. I'll be doing a match preview for Tottenham versus Chelsea. So make sure you guys check that out. Like busy stuff this week, but hopefully there's nothing going to be ruined it, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it just like I would do it. So the game of the weekend in Premier League is the Tottenham versus Chelsea, and then the huge game on Sunday is going to be the Man United versus Newcastle United in the Carabao Cup final. So that's how it's going to be planned out on my YouTube channel. All right, guys. So that is it. That is all my predictions and my Carabao Cup final predictions for this weekend. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget, if you are new, hit the subscribe button. Smash like if you enjoyed this video. Make sure you click the bell notification because, like I said, you don't want to miss anything huge this weekend. And make sure you click the share button so that you guys can give your predictions and the Carabao Cup final predictions in the comments down below. So make sure you guys check that out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you do, let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, as always, take care of yourselves. See you guys very soon. And peace. I'm out of here.